Good morning, or should I say early afternoon. Welcome back to the homestead. So glad you could make it. Well, I'm going to get to work on the cat cottage. Well, let's call it the cat cottage. Anyway, I need to get the roof truss posts or roof truss boards in. Going to do it a little different. You'll see. I need to go gather up a couple of tools and then we'll get started on this guy. But it's a beautiful sunny warm day. So let's do this. One of the things I need to do is establish a level line across the front. Those two posts on this side, the end post and the one just inside, are level, and they're the lowest posts in the whole thing. So I need to run a level line across those so that I can mark the other posts that are already there that are taller and cut those off so that everything's the same height to begin with. Otherwise, I'm going to have a roof that goes like this. We don't want to do that. I know it's just a cat house, but it still needs to look okay. Anyway, so I'm going to tag a nail in the corner, put a string on it, run it to the other side, get it level, tag a nail over there, and cut them off. Mark them and cut them off. Okay, it's close enough. Close enough for government work, but I don't work for the government. But it's still close enough. This one has been broken off and it's really flimsy. So I'm going to get another blade and then we'll cut them off. All right, that should be pretty level. So now we need to put the first board across. I'm going to have to notch out here and here for the board. These are a little too high, but I don't want to take them all the way out. So I think we'll just notch them. Okay, we've got that board in place. It's just temporary. I just tapped it down into the hole. It's a nice snug fit, which is good. I need to figure out the back and the angle that I want, and then put a screw in it to hold it, or a temporary nail, either way. And then figure what the angle is, and then I'm going to have to do the same thing to the rest of these to get them there so they're all the same angle for the drainage on the back. That way, again, that way it's at least the same. So my plan here is, since we're not using 2x4s or 2x6s, we're using these 5/4 by 6s. I'm going to use one on each side of the pole. So that effectively gives me 2 for every pole. That should be plenty strong enough for what we need. It also gives me multiple nail points when I have to start and stop a sheet of roofing on the top. And it'll just make it easier and stronger. It gives me about 2.5 degrees of slope. It's not a lot, but it's also not a lot of surface either. So, one thing I didn't do, and I should have, was made it go that way more. Not very smart. Gotta take that nail out. But I got the degrees, I got the angle set, so not a big deal. Take the nail out, hammer it that way, then nail it. Okay, that's 1 out of 5. I got 4 more to do. These will go quicker because there's no cross board. We'll have to notch the boards when we put them up if we want them to match evenly. But that'll be easier. Those over there all need to be notched, so we'll go do those first. Well, there's a lot more cutting to do on this one. I may go get my circular saw because I'm going to have to cut a lot of this panel out right here just to drop it down that inch or so, or 3/4 of an inch that I need to, so that I can get the right angle on it and get it level with the other trusses. So I'll go get my circular saw. Got to change the battery on that camera. I'll be back in a couple. I'm off by a lot here. Okay, I got so concerned with the front, I forgot that I just set the back up there and it really wasn't level, and I didn't even level it. I got the front perfect. Problem is the whole middle and back is now off by, 3/4 of an inch or so, maybe an inch. Anyway, now I get to undo stuff I did and do it right. Measure twice, cut once. Remember both ends of your work area. Don't get focused on just one. Don't be Lee. All right, I am short 3 boards to finish up. I'm going to have to go strip them off one of these pallets over here. Which is exactly how we got these other ones. Brenda did all the stripping before on the lumber pallets, and so I'm going to do the same thing. Grab 3 boards, and I should be able to finish up. I need 1 more on this side and 2 on the far end. So let's get to this. It's getting late. I am expecting a shipment of lumber in at probably in the next 15-20 minutes. So when that happens, I'll have to take a little break for that. But yay, that's the siding for the cat house. It's finally going to arrive. Interesting story. I worked for Lowe's, and I ordered it from my store online because they had everything that they were in stock with everything we had. And the computers, in their infinite wisdom, kicked it over to the next town over, to that Lowe's. I don't know why. Clearly, this store is in my zip code. It would have been a lot closer and easier. Plus, they had all the materials, but I don't know why it does what it does. Anyway, so when they delivered my big load, the one thing I had to have, absolutely needed that day, was the siding for the cat house. Well, guess what? That store was out of stock, so they didn't send it. But they said it would be here today. And then I got an email late morning, early afternoon that said, oh, hey, we're out of stock. You're not going to get it for 2 more weeks, which is not cool. Not cool at all, especially when my store has it in stock. And they have to go by my store to get here. So I don't know. So I called my store, and my store said, well, you can cancel the order in that store and reorder it through our store. I said, no, I can't. Because I had a 20% discount, employee discount, on a special thing that ended on the 5th, the day I did my order. And they're like, oh, well, you'll have to make arrangements with the manager and all this other stuff. And it's like, you know what? Nobody's answering their phone, so forget it. So I called the store that it was ordered through originally, talked to the Gallon Pro Services over there. She said, well, I show that we've got 80 of them. I said, would you do me a favor and make sure you go lay your hands on them, that they're actually there? She said, sure, I'll call you back. So it took her about an hour or so, but she called me back. She says, hey, we got them. I can deliver them next week or tomorrow. I can't do tomorrow because I'm going to have surgery tomorrow. An epidural injection anyway. And I need them today, or I need them later. That's it, but I really do need them today. So she hung up. I don't know what she did. Magic, whatever. Anyway, an hour and a half later, it's going to be here. So yay, that's good job on them. I appreciate it. But for now, we got to start stripping boards. So let's strip some boards. Well, I've stripped some pallets to get some boards, actually. Alrighty, so we're on this last wall here, and I need to remove that top board that Brenda put in place. It's just a little too tall right there for the slanted beam to go on. So I already cut it. I just need to pop the nails out of it and then start measuring up for the outside board, and then I'll match the inside board up to it. This time, however, I'm going to try and remember to level both front and back before I secure everything, because that just makes more sense. What do you think? Okay, they're all up. I still need to trim them. I don't know if I'm going to leave an overhang or not. I don't know if we have the materials to do an overhang. I don't know if we bought enough roofing material sheeting to do it. Nothing is spaced perfectly right. That should be okay. We'll figure it out. We may have to add a board here or something to get things together, but that's okay. It's a cat house. It's not a house. Anyway. Okay. Well, I took a little break that lasted a little long. And sun's going down, and it's cooling off, and I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to pack up my tools and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. God bless you. We'll see you next time on the homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share it with your friends. Bye now.